Our nation is at a crossroad. I want to remove all these crooked, corrupt politicians and leaders. We have to do it now. And this is how we are going to do it. 20 million signatures within 30 days. Praise God, Kenya. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shalom, Kenya. The big question is, my fellow young generation, Generation Z, millennials, and all angry Kenyans, do you want to remove these people? Do you want to remove these corrupt, tribal, crooked party leaders who have ruined our nation and are continuing to do so? Do you want to put an end to it? If your answer is yes, then let's do this together. 20 million signatures. Join the change movement. Tukomboe nchi yetu. Become a revolutionary. Click on the link below and pass a vote of no confidence on President William Ruto and his government and his corrupt government in its entirety. Let us recall all MCs, MPs, women reps, senators, governors, and President William Ruto. Draining the swamp begins now. Get the link on my social media pages, X or Twitter or at Owino Stephen Paul, Facebook at Owino Stephen Paul, YouTube Owino Stephen Paul, LinkedIn Owino Stephen, Instagram Owino Stephen Paul, TikTok Owino Stephen Paul. Click on the link. Give a vote of no confidence on the government of President William Ruto and his bread-based counterparts. And append your signatures to remove this government using Article 1, Article 37, 38, 103, 104, and Articles 261 of our Constitution. Recall all MPs, dissolve the parliament, recall for an election within 90 days, remove all these crooked leaders and replace them with young, vibrant, visionary, and tribeless leaders who are going to take this nation forward. Hatuongoji tena 2027. Tunawaondoa sahihi. They will not believe. 20 million signatures. Vote of no confidence. Call for a fresh election and draining the swamp. Also, we need volunteers in all polling stations, wards, constituencies, counties, and even nationwide. Also, tell us what you can play as a volunteer, as a revolutionary in this revolution. A polling station mobilizer, a voter educator, an agent, and the people who are going to collect for us these signatures. We also need volunteers, specialists in social media experts, social media influencers, IT specialists, economic specialists, legal experts, religious and spiritual leaders who are going to pray and keep this movement in prayers. Support this change movement. Fuel this revolution. Stand with our volunteers, the paperwork, and the processes of removing this government and instituting a new government of the people, for the people, and by the people. Support this change movement. Send whatever you have, 1 shilling, 10 shilling, 100, 500, 1,000, 50,000, 1 million, half a million, whatever you have, to the till number that is on the screen. 46 37 228. 46 37 228. Stand with our volunteers. Buy them some water. Buy some paperwork. Let us join hands and give rise to a new Kenya, where there is respect to Constitution and human rights, where there is zero corruption, tribalism, nepotism, sexism, and tokenism, where there is opportunity for all Kenyans to break glass ceilings, regardless of where you come from, your tribe, your religion, your party affiliation, who you know or who you don't know, where each and every Kenyan have an equal chance and equal opportunity. A new Kenya where hard work, talent, and merit is rewarded. Bring back jobs and opportunities for all Kenyans. All the stolen national and government resources returned, properties, land, money, and all sold out parastatals recovered, money returned and given back to the people. Return free primary and free secondary education, subsidize and reduce, cut by more than half the university fees, return the old HELB funding model and increase the funding for the students, empower our nation and bring back life to our people. secure our borders and bilateral relations that are on mutual respect and on mutual understanding of win-win partnership. There is no more exploitations by the imperialists and neo-colonialists in the new Kenya. Let's give rise to a nation of realized dreams and secured future for our children and their generations to come. Therefore, I, Owino Stephen Paul, do hereby append my signature and a vote of no confidence on the government of President William Ruto in its entirety, and recall of all the MPs, dissolution of parliament, recall for election within the next 90 days, draining the swamp and replacing them with the government of the people, for the people, and by the people. So help me God. Ewe Mwenyezi Mungu utusaidie. Ya Allah utusaidie. So let's start the voting. Within the next 30 days, 20 million signatures. Tunatuma Zakayo and all his corrupt counterparts home and giving birth to the new Kenya. The new Kenya. The new Kenya. It is possible. It is within reach. Let's do this. 20 million signatures. 20 million signatures. 20 million signatures. Reject this government. Let us recall all these corrupt MPs, senators, governors, MCAs, and this president, and replace them with the new government full of young people, young, vibrant leaders of integrity, transparency, accountability, people with vision, and a plan to give Kenya a new system that will make it difficult for any corrupt person to want to go to politics or political leadership. A system that is going to work for every Kenyan without bias, without looking at the tribe, religion, race, or all sorts of divisive agendas of the past. So help us God. Join the movement, click on the link, fill the form, sign those you want us to remove, give us suggestions of who you want to replace them with. If you have people who are still arrested and detained, if you have people who are still missing ever since the first day of our protest, give us a link. If you still have people who are still in need of medical aid and assistance, let us be our brothers' keepers, our sisters' keepers in this journey of redeeming Kenya. A luta continua, hasta la victoria siempre.